Range. The output or y values of a function. A number line is a line with 0 in the middle, and the positive numbers to the right, and the negative numbers to the left. The horizontal number line is defined as the x-axis. The vertical number line is the y-axis, and when combined, by aligning the x-axis and the y-axis at a 90-degree angle to each other, crossing at the zeros, parentheses called the origin, end parentheses, the Cartesian graphing plane is created. A plane is a perfectly flat surface on which we can graph and draw images of equations in the two dimensions defined by x and y, parentheses horizontal and vertical, end parentheses. By definition, we plot points with the x value considered first, then the y value considered, in the form of a coordinate point, parentheses x, comma y, end parentheses. The slope-intercept form of the equation is the most common form for creating a series of points which form a line on the xy grid. An example is y equals 3x plus 2. We can input values of x on the right side of the equation and then get answers which would represent y. If x equals 1, then y equals 3 times 1 plus 2, or y equals 5, or a point of parentheses 1, comma 5, and parentheses. The x value is the input and is independent because we chose it. The y value is the output and is dependent because it depended on the value put in for x. Together, the two values form the coordinate point of parentheses 1, comma 5, and parentheses. To plot this point, go on the x-axis to 1, and then up 5, and draw a dot called a point. This process is called plotting a point. Let's plot another point with x equal to 2. Then y equals 3 times 2 plus 2, or y equals 8. So we can plot a point at parentheses 2, comma 8, and parentheses. We can draw a line through these 2 points and show the line that y equals 3x plus 2 represents. Further, we can plug in any x value and will receive a y value with the parentheses x, comma y, and parentheses coordinate location existing exactly on that line up to an infinite number of points. The equation y equals 3x plus 2 is an equation and is also called a function. A, quote, t-chart, end quote, can be drawn which is 2 lines like a Christian cross with an, quote, x, end quote, in the top left, a, quote, y, end quote, in the top right, the input values on the bottom left, and the output values according to the equation or function on the lower right. The range is the name given to the set of dependent output values, known as y values, and the domain is the set of values input into the equation or function, known as the x values. Antonyms: domain, related words, number line, Cartesian Coordinate System, points, plotting points, coordinate point, x-axis, y-axis, independent variable, dependent variable, set, graph, function.